Hi, this is Lynn with Educating with Wisdom, and they're playing with my computer. They have already stopped my voice from coming through in another typing. So let me say, at the award ceremony last night with Meghan Markle yesterday that came on regarding the fashion, we saw her false pregnancy, and the media is covering it up. For a short while yesterday, People magazine had a video of hers up. I have tried taping this, and as I'm watching my voice on this, my voice is not matched to what's going on. So please persevere. If need be, close your eyes and just listen to my voice. And they're going to have it staticky and all kinds of things going on. Try to do it anyway. Meghan Markle has had a false pregnancy. She has been lying. They have set up her resume. You will hear part of the news commentators call her American royalty. That has been what Barack Obama and the British have been after all along, to usurp us and bring us into the British. Barack Obama is the first beast in Revelations. She is the you. That's why she doesn't want to be known as Rachel, because that does mean you, and she's half white, half black. She's spotted, and then, of course, there's the red dragon. At the show last night, after the woman came up, first of all, she doesn't walk in like a pregnant woman. She walks in, because I've been pregnant twice, okay? So when you're more pregnant at 5 months, you walk around the baby a bit. You're not walking over something that's in front of you. She was walking, missing something that was in front of her. She wasn't walking around something that's tucked in behind and sticking out a bit in the front. That's how people really walk. They begin to get that kind of wiggle going on. 2, after she got that hug, she riled back. People magazine took it off. There's a few little pictures that are up there that I'm going to try to pull the tape up again. I don't want to go in and try to pull it fresh, because just like People magazine, I'm sure it's gone. But after she had this hug from this woman, first of all, she goes like this, trying to hold the woman back as the woman is reaching at her. Then after that, she goes back and she starts going like this. And it was ridiculous. I'm sorry, I look crazy, but you had to see what this video was. And then finally, when she realizes the tummy it's not going to move anywhere, she relaxes a bit, but she's holding it like this, and she's holding it like this, and you missed all of it. They took it offline, and they're calling her American royalty. She is not American royalty. She put us on her coat of arms. Please, everybody, if you're having a hard time listening to me and seeing the words because it's not working right, then turn it off and just listen to me, okay? Because they don't want you to hear this. All right. Oh, and the other thing is, when we go in, you're going to see some close-up. I'm going to show it because I took a screenshot. Oh, I wish I had taken that video last night. I'm just looking at myself right now. My voice is not going with this. And Barack Obama, the British and group, they have screwed up 4 computers, at least 7 different phones, because I've been on them for years. Okay. You're going to see when she goes in, her face. I'm going to show you an earlier picture where her face is slim just 5 days ago. And then all of a sudden, to make her look fuller in here, she has a wrap, like a silicone wrap that they've put in through here. And it reflects the light differently. Also, it's actually on this side I'm looking at, she's missing part of her brow that's here. And then later in the picture, it comes down and you can see where it's fraying along the bottom. So let's go in and take a look at this. Let's see if they let the voice go through this time. Remember, I'm going to immediately play over to the others, so it may be a little spotty. Hold on. If need be, at times, I'll tell you, look at the pictures, but don't listen to my voice. Do this because they are really after not getting this on. All right, thank you. Okay, let me turn it on off. This is on pause. I want to tell people my first degree is in psychology. When I put a case out against G4S with the British, and what Barack Obama sent to me was Freud, Guppy, Green. Folks, I had the highest math aptitude test score one of the school districts have ever seen. I have so much background behind me that they tried to make Meghan Markle into some of my things. You're going to see, before I forget, before I go into it, what is at play here? I'm going to show you what's at play. I pulled out from my Canadian file because I downloaded my Canadian files from 2001, and this is what's at play. Those of us that needed the unification of North America, think of Guadalupe, Mexico, think of what it was going to mean for them. Look at this, folks. This is from 2001. Actually, the document went out December the 12th, 2001. I have my Canadian files, all right? This is what the British and Barack Obama did not want. And it's in my Canadian files. So we're going to introduce this before we go in and show you all of that. Let's open it up. It was actually on what were we using at that point in Canada? Now this should say the 12th, but what happened? WordPerfect used to update itself all by itself. So what happened when I sent off the 12th letter of the 12th, which is my birthday, December the 12th, the Guadalupe. All right, here we go. I'm constantly witnessing to God, free will, family. All right, but let's get in. Paradigm shift for women. All right, the current real paradigm, the Union of the Americas, Canada, U.S. Free Trade Agreement, North American Free Trade Agreement, capital expansion, and the want for markets resources always moves in first on the political and the justice system. We need common law and statute throughout the area, but the system needs to be built around new and healthier paradigms or no one will buy in. Okay, so you can see, and I actually go in, why the urgency? This is in 2001, the U.S. and the Hispanic, new clippings I brought in from home. U.S., Europe, and Canada, toward the Union of the Americas, over millennium, prophecy has spoken to the end of the world order as we know it, and a market. This is not going to be the age of man. It's not the age of people. It is the age of the Holy Spirit. It is the age of Hadam. It is the age of the tree of life that is spoken of in Revelations, but it's related to Artemis of Ephesus. Jesus and that group had married the religion of Artemis of Ephesus, the largest religious base at that time, to Judaism. They cut out the crap from both. It was really amazing. The real age of women. The Messianic age. Okay? So I go in. There are all kinds of possibilities. The world, Europe, Africa need to see this. If Canada and the United States cannot do this, who can? All right? And I tell them, alchemy does not work. The British, all of their witchcraft, all of their queen, look at the demonic. So I understand. I'm talking about Logos, I'm talking about God, and I go in and I talk about what's happening in North America. All my work has been used in the military. Okay, so all of these things about the Union of North America, what's going to happen if we don't include Guadalupe and that area? I did not know at that time that I was the Guadalupe. That's why her resume is false. She did not have her stint in Argentina, nor did she learn to speak Spanish until a while ago. All right. All right, folks, as we begin to look at these pictures, I'd like you to take a look at the rounderness of her face, and you will see that the shading is a little off. You will see it a bit more pronounced. Notice it's very light here. I'm going to leave this up and I can't make it smaller. I don't know how to do that. All right, so you can see that the shading is a little off. All right, it's rounder. They're trying to make her look rounder and more pregnant, but you will see in certain shots how it's really, really off. Okay, let's come in and let's go over to the next. Hold on. Oh yes, here we go. You can see a fine line that comes here and how it swings around here. So they didn't put it as much back here. You can see the theatrical is a little differently here. But also look at the fraying that's occurring down around her neckline. This is where it's actually coming down. They brought it down to this end to make everything a little fuller. That is amazing that they picked up that frame. That's crazy. So they have removed all of this offline. Okay, folks, I just took this earlier. Let's see what happened. You'll see that you don't. So we're going to have to move this forward. There we go. Let's Let's move it forward, and let's just move it forward until we can begin to hear it. And you can't hear it because they turned off my voice. I wonder if they're going to turn it off again. This is not how pregnant people walk. So let's go down. I'm going to put you on pause for just. Okay, let's start it. This is not how pregnant people walk. She's walking around a ball. She's not walking around the inside of a fetus. Let me say this again. She's walking around an outside tummy. She doesn't have the sway that occurs when you walk around a fetus inside. Let's put it on pause. Okay. All right, let me see what else is playing here. Is it playing? Okay, good. I just needed to check to make sure it was still playing because they will turn. Pregnant women don't stand like this. See how she's holding her tummy next to this woman so it doesn't. And she's hunching back. Or shift. Good for you. This is not real. But you're going to see some really interesting things. This is ridiculous. Here we go. Let's put it on pause so that we can get into the really good stuff. This is awful. Okay, look at her face here. And let's scroll down and take a look at her face just a few days ago. But let me just point it out. The coloring is off. There's this extra white shading that's here. There's shading that's here. But look at what happens to her chin and her cheeks and what it looks like from the front here. This is not Meghan Markle and how it's fuller as it hits in here. Look at the actual line along the chin and how it's dark from how this is hitting her. Do you see how different this is? This is how it's also reflecting the light differently. So her unnatural skin that they've adhesed to her, she's actually removed part of that brow, is reflecting the light unnaturally compared to the rest of her skin. This is her face just days earlier when she was in a meeting. Again, a drop-in meeting like she's in charge of the university, the one who fabricated her resume, the one who said she was in Argentina as an intern and studied Spanish abroad. Didn't happen. I've already proved that. Notice the face is very different. The line is very different. Take a look at this. Part of her brow is actually missing. Look at how differently the highlight working and what's happening to the chin. Remember, you saw another picture where it wasn't able to cover the. It's fraying here. The theatrical came down to here, and you can see the little bumps from where it's fraying. Look at the difference. Her whole line is different. It stops here. This whole line up through here, it was applied, it came down through here, it came down through here. It's a different skin texture, and here it's actually fraying at the collar line and neck. You can see where it came down. This is real. This is where, look at this part of her, it's actually missing here. The brow is missing. This is not normal, but this is acting. Watch what happens. Let's see if this is it. See, people would not let it come on. They just took this off the line because they saw what she looked like. Okay, let's put this on pause now and go right into the other one. Folks, all these places have taken their close-ups off. Let's see if we get it. The close-up that was done. So none of them are showing you her close-up again. Let's see if we can find the close-up. They're all to the distant shot. There was a close-up that was on people and it showed her she was terrible. Oh, I wish I had taped it last night. Let's see. This is not the close-up. Okay, all the close-ups were taken off. Let's see if we can get this here. She has it. See if we can begin at something. Oh, no. Let's look. took all of these off. She was really oh, here we go. Panicking. People don't really laugh like this. Panicking. Well, I mean, look at that. Nobody laughs like that. And people took their stuff off because they know they're backing her. None of this is real. I wish they hadn't taken it off and I had taped it tonight. That is awful. This is not real. But they took up the close-up stuff. Put it on pause. Oh, back at this. The video, it was removed from Instagram. Okay, there we go. This is where I visited on my phone. Let's see if we can get it. They won't let you play. They're not doing it. They're not reviewed. They won't let it go on. Well, folks, they have erased the one at the close-up that showed her what she was doing there. They've just erased everything. So they only have it from a distance. You can no longer see it. They got rid of it because they removed it. See, she's not happy. This is not real. When I put it out there that it was all wrong. People must have been contacting left and right and saying, this woman has real problems. This is ridiculous. All of this is ridiculous. But you should have seen this picture. It was horrific. She was grabbing it, moving it, and doing everything. Oh, and they won't let the news get out. Okay, let's take a look. Because somebody does have a video up here. And we're going to see it. That's the distance one. Here she is covering her tummy again. Here she is doing this. Here she is. But look at this. I had that. They showed this last night. She is like horrific. Everything is coming out of tension, unbelievable, kind of pushing her away as she grabs her tummy. That's when she turns around and starts holding it and moving it like nobody's business. It's incredible. Okay? Let's see what we have here. Okay, so I'm going to put this on pause because I think that that's enough. They really won't let it on. Here we go, here's one. Nope, they waited. Nope, they waited and they took off the whole thing. They took it off. See, she does not walk like. And you can't even hear what they're saying. She's calling him American royalty. So they would not even let you hear it. This is terrible. They took off the sound. I wonder if they're going to take the sound off here. Said American royalty. That's terrible. Okay. They took off the sound. The people are playing with my stuff. You should hear what's being said. Let's go back here. So you're not hearing what they said. They said that she is American royalty. And they are complaining about it, and you can't hear it because they're playing with the sound system that we have. That's awful what these people do. Okay. And they won't let you hear any of this. This is terrible. They just won't let you hear it. Oh, why are they playing stuff from last year? And you can't even hear it. You should be able to hear all of this. The video. put it on pause. I wonder if we're going to hear any of this. Briefly, I've already reported on it. Here we go. Here's a picture of her, I guess, in September or before the wedding, her Eugenie's wedding. She comes out with much bigger boobs in this dress, pretending all kinds of speculation. At the wedding itself, she wears this outfit, pretending against speculation. She tells people, or it's told, everybody knew she was pregnant in the family at that time. She didn't have to tell anybody. Nothing had to come out, but they did. Here she is in the beginning of her trip. She has her little tummy sticking out, but then look, she has like no little tummy sticking out here. This little tummy is not the same as that little tummy. Here we have like no little tummy going on. No little tummy here. Now we have a strange little tummy going on, strange belly button, strange padding going on. It gets weirder. Take a look at this very weird slip. Weird belly button, weird slip, weird padding. Yeah, and these things are warm when you wear them, okay? She's got that silicone going on. She is hot. That is some slip. That's probably why the lady is not working for her anymore, because she can't do this anymore. Look at the same kind of slip. Nobody wears that kind of slip. Look at this. Oh, look at that slip. There's this going on, and this. And what is this going on? Almost transparent. Tummy not right. Then it gets worse. No tummy. Like very little tummy. Maybe a little bit of padding. Maybe this is kind of squarish. On this day, the padding is kind of squarish. Now she has no kind of waist going on. See how it's bulky in through here? You just go up here, and she's not bulky up here at all. Same trip. She's not bulky now. Very weird. Now it gets weirder. Oh, you're going to love this picture. Here we go. We're going to get into it. Bumpies. She is bumpy here. She's bumpy here. She's bumpy here. She's bumpy here. This is not even her. This is not even pregnant. This day, this happened after all of it. She's got zipped up jeans on. I guess she forgot she was supposed to have a tummy. And this little blue on. No tummy. Zipped up jeans. Oh, but days earlier, her poor tummy was popping out there like that. All right, so here we go. Let's come back to the zipped up jean day that she forgot to put her tummy on. And this was around the 5th or so when she went out for that meeting. Her tummy is almost underneath her boobs. That is a natural crease that's happening with the dress, but look at the bumpies going on. The tummy is almost under her boobs, and it ledges off at about where the uterus begins. Not normal. This is not normal. Okay. Oh, this is in 2016. I guess she was at the Clinton fundraising. He was invited to the wedding, but Prime Minister May was not. This is interesting. Okay, she's representing women and girls, and she's going forth to look after menstruation, and she's speaking at the UN, and she's speaking at this. This is not good. Let's finish. So, alrighty. By the way, let's remember how the Obamas really feel about white women. Here we go. Let's just cut off our heads, right? That is the artist that did Mr. Obama's. That's actually a very angry Mrs. Obama. Kill whiteys. Here we go. Princess Kate, I said as soon as I saw Meghan Markle, I said Kate is dead. They won't even know what hit them. Thank you.